What's up, everyone? This is Chris, back again alongside my co-hosts Ty and Crystal. Welcome back to the Pedal Dance Podcast. And tonight, whichever way you want to look at it, whatever time it is that you're watching this, Crystal, what are we talking about today?
We are in for a treat. We got more leaks than an old granny trying to keep her diapers on. We have.
That was gross.
That was weird.
We we have some official Pokemon news and I guess a few shout outs here and there. But yeah, without further ado, Ty, you wanted to give a shout out?
Yes, I wanted to give a shout out to the players and let them know that if you haven't done so already, you need to go to your local GameStop and get your shiny Solgaleo and your shiny Lunala on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sun, and Moon. And again, that's on GameStop. Before you go straight to the store, though, you might want to download the Pokemon Pass app. And then you just scan the QR code in the store. If you haven't done that, you have until the 10th of November to do so. And also, they just started a new event over at Best Buy. You can get a Mewtwo on Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu, also through the Pokemon Pass app, but you have to go to your local Best Buy to go get that.
Do you all even have a Best Buy nearby?
I do.
We do too.
I feel like they exist, but they're kind of like Kmart's now. It's hard to find them. But that aside,
Kmart went out of business, and I only know that because I kind of indirectly work for them.
Oh, but still, where are they all? But but yeah, I guess that aside, let's talk about the official Pokemon news that got revealed today. Then we can go into the fun leaks. So. There was a video release showing that I'm not sure if we can change the natures per se, but we can at least change the stat changes of the nature. Like if your Pokemon has a docile nature, there's a modest candy you can feed it, and then you can see your physical attack drop and special attack increase. So I don't think that would make it modest nature, just change the stats up. But I guess more research will be looked into that, more to be revealed. They also said that Pokemon of the same species can breed egg moves. That news honestly puzzled me a little bit because I thought we had something like that.
Yeah, why wouldn't that have been a thing? And now I'm confused.
Oh yeah, I looked at the video and I was pretty confused at that part, but there's something else I am missing. I am going into the video right now. They have like extra large rare candies, which essentially levels up your Pokemon multiple levels.
Instead of just one, that's awesome, yeah.
And then you can give your Pokemon like calcium and carbles in bulk instead of just doing it one at a time. Seeing if there's anything else oh yeah, you can essentially assess or access the PC box almost at any given time in the game, like in the middle of the field, to make changes on the spot.
You know, I did get back on Ultra Sun, and whenever I got the legendary Pokemon, it did dawn on me then that I had to access the PC, so the fact that you can access it anywhere now doesn't surprise me. It seemed like they had that feature before. Oh yeah, wait a second. I think, is it like that on Let's Go though? I don't know if it was on Let's Go, but I know Sun and Moon, they didn't have that feature, but I think they must have added it in Let's Go.
Oh yeah, but it's definitely a welcome feature. Yeah, Chris,
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
I love that. Yeah. Did you say, Chris? I thought I heard you interrupting.
I had nothing to say. I'm just trying to figure out, why do we have a gigantic rare candy? I mean, does it even say how many levels your Pokemon will gain from it?
I can't remember. I just saw the trailer feed. It's a Gengar, and it went up like 3 levels or something like that.
Yeah,
And
3 levels sounds reasonable.
and to answer your question, the reason why they invented it, hashtag diabetes.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking something along those lines.
Oh no, everyone is.
Do you know how much sugar would go into those things?
Y'all are gonna bring back those memes, yeah.
But yeah, do we have any comments before we talk about the leaks?
The what?
The
Oh,
WikiLeaks.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I get
Uh, Ty, do you have anything?
the only thing I could think of is I know as prior to the previous announcement, those McDonald's toys that I had Chris mention for me, since I was absent for that podcast. Those, as far as I know, they still are at the McDonald's, but be sure to get them soon because I know they're fixing to leave.
Ty,
But
did you have anything to say about the stuff that Crystal brought up?
oh, well, you said if I had something to say. I kept it vague,
Yeah.
but it's still Pokemon related news. Those are Pokemon toys, granted, but yeah. Um, but other than that, no, I nothing really comes to mind. No.
okay, so I guess without further ado or further badoo, we can now talk about the
Oh,
leaks.
Crystal, no.
You're turning into Professor Oak, the cousin, the one from the Alolan region.
I am essentially a dad, and I don't even know with all these dad jokes, but
Horrible, horrible bad jokes.
so we won't cover all the leaks in detail, but let's talk about the ones that people care about the most. So starters, I remember Chris, you were Team Sobble before the leaks were revealed. Ty, before the leaks were revealed, what team were you?
I was actually indecisive. I was between Team Grookey and Team Scorebunny.
Okay, so with all that, I was Team Groupie at the beginning. So after the reveal of their evolutionary lines, did you all sway one way or another from the fence?
Yes. I finally made a decision. I decided that Team Scorebunny was probably no longer for me, and I officially decided on Team Grookey. And as a backup, I also would like to partake a little more into Team Sobble because I actually liked the leak that they had for Sobble. What about you, Chris?
Before, I was Team Sable, and I am still with Team Sable. I'm not gonna lie, its final form just it's not my favorite. It's not the design, it's just the color. Like it makes it look they made it look like it was wearing different clothing, and I just didn't like that.
Oh yeah,
Like
too
if they could have just
humanish.
made it say what?
Oh yeah, but I think that quality just makes it too humanish instead of Pokemon.
Yeah,
Right.
I could see that. And honestly, there was one video that kind of had my hopes up in the thinking that Sobble would evolve into like a frilled lizard. I was a little disappointed that it didn't look more like Shakespeare.
But while I'm still Team Sable, I do like all three final evolutions for multiple reasons. And I'm pretty sure Crystal will probably get into that whenever she talks. Because there's one thing in particular that she and I are both really, really happy about if these leaks are true.
About the starters?
Yes.
Oh yeah, now I remember. So yeah, I guess revolving it back to me, I was Team Grookey, and I am proudly still Team Grookey. After I saw the final evolutions, I was like, Okay, a little mediocre, a little mediocre. Oh, this is so wonderfully beautiful. I am definitely Team Rillaboom. Um, and I don't want to talk too much about stats and guessing. I think stats are leaked online somewhere, but I don't want to look into them just yet. Just looking at Rillaboom, I think it would be similar to Incineroar's stats. High physical attack and bulk, a little bit of special attack just to get in a good boom burst, and pretty slow because the other two starters look pretty fast.
Okay, you mentioned how you imagined that stats would be closer to Center Wars, but honestly, when I first saw it, I'm like, this is like Chestnut all over again. Were you thinking the same thing?
Like stat wise,
Well, not necessarily stat wise, but appearance.
well, it really just depends on what you define by chestnut all over again. Um, the
Because like you got
chest
something cute and adorable, and then it goes to something big and brawly. Like, yeah.
from that perspective, most people would agree with you. I think Chespin's line's the worst line in Pokemon history to date, but that's
Will,
Yeah, Quilladin was a huge turnoff.
will agree to disagree with both of you.
but yeah, with the leaks, and of course, these are just leaks. They're technically not verified, so take them as you will. The Pokemon Company still has the right to change any information before they actually release them. So this information is as real as we think it is. But yeah, one thing that I really love about these final evolutions, they are all monotype.
For the
Oh,
first
yeah,
time, for the first time since when?
Johto.
Yes.
And of course, I don't know about you all, I tend to prefer dual type Pokemon in like competitive battles, but it feels like after Generation 6, Pokemon fans felt entitled to final evolutions that all end up with a dual typing. And that entitlement is just suckish. Let's prove that starters are still great monotype, and here comes the Pokemon Company doing exactly what I want them to. For once.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. But I wanted to like Score Bunny's evolutionary line a little bit more than I did. So,
But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
yeah. I mean, it could have been worse. It's not like it was with and I know you're gonna hate me for this, Chris, but it's not like it was with Popplio.
Hey, watch it.
But yeah, I guess, did you all have any least favorite starter final evolutions of the three? Based on
Actually,
design?
based on design, my least favorite was Inteleon.
Okay, now I do want to say, I do want to say though that when they first announced the starters, I did love all three of them. I did favor Grookey and Scorbunny far more than I did Sobble. Okay, but that did not mean that I hated Sobble by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
But
you
when it
liked all
comes
three of them. You just liked the other two more.
exactly, and I still think it's biased to pick evolution wise without seeing the middle evolutions. But after seeing the final evolutions, I will say that Scorbunny went from being a favorite to being a least favorite. Because Cinderace, I mean, that's way too bland. Like I was seeing a bunch of other designs and I thought they were pretty rad. But then I see that and it's like, wow, this did not meet expectations like at all. So,
At least it's not part fighting.
well, yeah,
I,
that's one
I was
plus.
hoping. Oh, I'm not trying to cut you off, Ty, but I was hoping so much that Game Freak would troll everybody to make all three of the starters dual fighting type. Oh, I wanted it so bad.
Maybe this is why they went mono type. Maybe because Scorbunny was going to be a firefighting type, but everybody else was so against it that they just said, you know what? Fine, we'll do mono.
If
Do
that was
everything.
the case, then Emboy would have been mono.
The fans have spoken.
But yeah, I guess my least favorite. Honestly, I kind of go back and forth, but most likely Inteleon's my least favorite. Just because it looks like it's wearing a suit, because I feel like it doesn't keep the unique Sobble characteristics that made everyone fall in love with Sobble. And stat-wise, I just feel like it's just going to be another Greninja. And I just don't want to have that expectation. Like, we already have a Greninja, we don't need another.
Yeah.
We didn't need the first one.
Well, first off, like this one was more reptilian, Greninja was more amphibian. So, because frogs are amphibians, and a chameleon would be more reptilian. So,
Dang it, Ty, stop being so technical.
well, I would say though I don't think I've gotten to do the this for this particular audience, but I did actually have a some impressions that I made up for these starters, even though the anime has yet to really come out here in the States. I'm not sure if y'all wanted to hear them though, but I'd be down for doing them on the podcast.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I was waiting for permissions more so than a trombone.
Well, actually, I think we should just stick to just doing the leaks right now, and if we have enough time, then I don't see a problem with it.
Yep. So, I guess we're done talking about starters.
Are you okay with that, Ty?
I'm okay with it. I was waiting for Crystal.
Oh yeah, so if we're all done talking about starters, I guess we can talk about Galarian variants, since I think that's the next thing on the excitement list. I am still making sure I don't miss any of them. And Galarian variants include regional evolutions. Did you all have any Galarian variants that you really loved that haven't already been revealed, or really hate, or just some kind of
I
strong
think that
opinion elsewhere?
I do think that Persian looks better now than it did with the Alolan.
Persian?
Yeah,
I thought that was Meowth's regional evolution.
I know it had a. I know Meowth had a, what was it, a Dynamax or Gigantamax or whatever it is form, but they also showed a Galarian version of Persian as well.
The Pokédex link that I have pulled up, and of course these are links, so the verifiability is a little hazy, but it looks like, of course, there's that regular Galarian Meowth, but what I see is, I said regular Galarian Meowth, sorry, a regular Dynamax Meowth, but I also see a Galarian form for Meowth becoming a Steel type, and then this specific form evolving into, it looks like Berserker or
Persian.
something, and maintaining the Steel type.
Well, okay, so whenever I got these leaks, a friend of mine was forwarding them to me, and he didn't just forward me the ones from the video game, he forwarded me ones from the guidebooks as well. This may have been from the guidebook.
Okay, yep. So did you have any other thoughts on any of the variants?
Okay, are we just covering ones that have been leaked or have not been leaked? Well, been confirmed or not confirmed.
Well, I think in past podcasts we've talked about the Galarian forms that Pokemon officially revealed, so this is specifically about the leaked ones.
Okay, so just focus on those? Cool. Okay, first off, Galarian Stunfisk. It's a flippin' bear trap. I love it.
That
It is
is
still
awesome.
incredible.
Yes.
Galarian Darmanitan is ice type and has an ice beard. I love it. I even like Galarian Mr. Mime, which is also looks
Yeah, that one. Yes, yes, that was awesome.
But out of the elite Galarian forms, I would have to say my favorite is Galarian Yamask and its evolution, Runerigus.
Oh yeah, that's high on my list too.
It is flipping amazing. And if I decide to have another Galarian form on my team, it's definitely going to be on my team.
Yeah, I think all of the Galarian forms have been pretty awesome, actually. It's really hard to pick just one favorite, though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate the Pokemon Company now. Sorry, I was just looking through the Pokédex of leaked Pokemon, all the ones that are confirmed, regardless of what region they're from. And the Charmander line is the only starter line from Kanto that's on this.
Yeah,
So
because of Charizard's Gigantamax form.
So I'm kind of having a angry, emotional breakdown in my mind now that I'm just now looking at this. But yeah, I'm talking about the regional
Don't ever say
variants.
such terrible words like that about the Pokemon Company. You can't tell me you hate them. I don't believe you.
I
Hate's
hate
a
for
strong
this
word.
decision.
I hate their love of Charizard.
No, you hate the fans of a Charizard.
I hate everybody's love of Charizard.
But I love Charizard. I have two Charizards in the corner of my room. I got
Well,
Mega
I hate
Charizard next to
Charizard.
another Charizard.
Well, I hate your love of Charizard.
But he's so cute.
No, he's not. He's annoying.
I especially like that he's black and blue now.
I'm
But yeah,
sorry.
anyway.
I'm sorry. No. There are other cooler black dragons. Rayquaza one of them. Haxorus is another one.
And Red
Anyway,
Eyes Black Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh!
going a little off topic there, Crystal. But I do agree.
Let's talk about cool black dragons.
Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon.
I'm sorry, it's still one of my favorite dragons. I also still
But
like
he's not a dragon tart.
I also still like Reshiram.
And Zekrom. I like both of them.
I prefer Reshiram for some stupid reason.
But
And
anyway,
as
let's back
such,
to the
okay.
podcast.
So, yeah, back on topic. Yeah, I like most of these regional variants. I've noticed just based on the trend from last generation, when in doubt, make a regional variant ice type, which normally I'd be open to, but I just want new Pokemon to that type since I'm just pro ice. But I
Crystal,
love
you
that.
and I have something to talk about that later on when we go to the new Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, and
Honestly, I feel like the more ice types they make, the less likely I am to encounter them in Pokemon Go because we hardly ever get snow here.
that is saddening being from the south and whatnot. But oh yeah, I like that Mr. Mime finally gets an evolution, even though it's regionally a variant. Uh, they missed an opportunity for Mime Senior, though.
Yeah, but they did that to Farfetch, so.
Oh yeah, and Farfetch'd got a pre-evolution. Sorry, Surfetch'd got a pre-evolution for a regional variant of Farfetch'd. So interesting, and also Galarian Rapidash has not been officially revealed.
Yeah.
Just looks like an angry version of what's her name from My Little Pony?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Rainbow Dash. Pinkie Pie, Applejack.
Not a main character.
I know too many furries who are really into that show.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh my gosh, I watched My Little Pony.
Twilight Sparkle, Princess Rarity. Yeah, actually, Rarity might be it. Yeah, maybe it's Rarity.
I think her name's like Celeste or something.
Octavia. I think there was an Octavia. Is that her name? I can't even remember.
We
I
can
am
see all
confusion.
Vinyl Scratch. That was one, I think. Okay, if you know MLP, just put it in the comments below. I know there's an acronym for it, but if you're a brownie, just let us know.
I'm not judging on anybody who watches it, unless it's Crystal. But
Of course.
I've
I
never
don't watch it.
seen
That's the sad part. I just have a lot of friends who are super into that show.
Well, see, I have friends who are into it too, and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to judge anybody except Crystal that if they do watch it, I'm not going to judge them. Crystal, like I said, you're the exception. I've never seen it, so I knew basically nothing about it.
I know
Well,
that Weird Al was on there. Is what was it? Cheese sandwich.
There's a pony named Cheese Sandwich?
And it's played by Weird Al.
Interesting. And I am a big fan of Weird Al, though.
okay.
Okay, we're getting way off topic.
Okay, let's go back. But
So,
yes, Galarian Rapidash has not been announced.
do y'all dislike any of the elite Galarian forms?
I just have a question about Surfetched. If this is Pokemon Sword and Shield, then why does Surfetched have a shield and a lance? It's not a sword, it's a lance. Why?
You know, now that you mention it, that is what it is, isn't it?
They want it to be obvious without being too obvious.
Somebody tried to say it was Doug Dimmadome's hat.
Well, yeah, that's what it is too.
Those are some funny memes, let me tell you.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to the new Pokemon. This is what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Oh, well, just a quick shout out or expectation about Galarian Corsola and the evolution. Have you all seen that real quick?
Oh yeah, I have. I think it's really nice that they did something different with her for a change, and it's kind of making me want to go catch more Corsola in Pokemon Go.
To be honest, I'm actually kind of afraid competitively of that line because Corsola was already pretty bulky, pretty defensive. Now,
Oh yeah.
if this one has similar stats, this Corsola can hold an Eviolite, and that's pretty dangerous to think about.
Yeah, because it has a regional evolution.
Yeah, and it's going to become more powerful than Shuckle.
Oh no, it can't dethrone the Shuckle.
Nothing is more powerful than Shuckle. But is it pure ghost type or is it water ghost?
It is pure ghost.
Thought so. Okay.
That's awesome, yeah.
Because climate change and pollution got rid of all the coral reefs.
Aww.
That makes me sad. That makes me sad. And even Corsola looks sad.
Yep, but
I haven't really analyzed it that closely.
But yeah, I guess as Chris was saying, we can talk about the new Pokemon that aren't exclusive regional variants. So there's a lot we could say. Do any of y'all want to lead this one?
Leave which one?
Oh, lead this conversation.
Oh, okay. As I was about to say, I know if I had to pick a least favorite Galarian form, it would be the Ponyta. Why? I don't know. It's like it just went from being like white with fire to just being like all white, and it's like you took away the creativity. But you know, I know there's people out there that like it, but I just think that they ruined Ponyta that way.
Ty, you need to pay more attention.
I know I do. I know I do.
Do you even know what you did?
Well, I know it was mentioned before, but I didn't get a chance to harp on it. So, but I didn't get to say a least favorite Galarian form because we were too busy talking about the next thing.
So you were going back before starting.
Yes.
And that is legitimate.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay. Now, do you want to lead what we're going into now?
If I had to guess what we're going into, I would think that we're going into fossils.
Well, just new Pokemon like Gen 8
I
Pokemon.
know. I know that they leaked the fossils.
Well, not just fossils, just all of them.
Yeah. I don't know their names though. I really don't.
I,
You're gonna have to help
I
make
am.
that part.
Okay, well, I want to save the fossils for later for one specific reason and just cover a bunch of the other ones first, if that's fine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ty, you'll find out in a little bit, okay?
All right.
Because there's a weird thing with the fossils,
Okay.
unless you
Yeah. No,
unless
I
you
know.
already know.
Yeah. Yeah. I was told about that. You're right. That is pretty weird, and I don't think I fully understand that myself.
All right, so let's just Crystal, we'll let you lead.
Alright, I guess just highlights. I am glad that the basic bird in this region is just mono flying type to start off with. It was just kind of getting way too repetitive. Oh, there's a normal flying type. Why is it part normal? Who the crap knows? And I kind of had a feeling Corviknight was going to be the final evolution, and I'm just glad that that is confirmed. Um, I'm glad that we have a lot of new type combinations that we have yet to experience. Shockingly, Bug, Psychic, missed opportunity with Butterfree. Although the Bug Psychic in this region is probably going to be super weak just because it just kind of reminds me of Lanian and only evolves once. Um, Wooloo's evolution, according to fans, is a missed opportunity. People expected it to be super cute or a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it just got fluffier and more ram like, which,
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a big fluffy ram.
Fluff.
That's basically all it is.
It's fluff.
It just gained fluff and gained horns. That's it.
Well,
yep,
most people already liked Wooloo the way it came. So
Yeah,
and
I do agree that Wooloo's evolution is somewhat of a missed opportunity.
yeah. Maybe it's only the males that can evolve into that, though, considering it has horns, you said. Or maybe the horns would be like smaller on the females than they are on the males.
they only evolve when they're horn. E.
No.
Bad, 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 Crystal, bad.
Okay, slap on the wrist. So the
Not
worst.
on the wrist. No, that's not good enough. You're going to time out, ma'am.
Full blown rage.
Go sit in that corner and think about what you've just done.
Chrissy's rage. It was super effective. I guess we have to end the podcast now because that was our host.
I think
That was bad. That was bad.
Ty, breathe. Settle down.
I know. I know. It was funny. It was funny.
So I
Yeah.
guess moving on to something more appropriate. Dreadnought, is that how you call it?
Dreadnought
Yeah. That's what
has
happens to me.
evolution.
Yeah, it has a pre-evolution, and it looks like the derpiest Pokemon ever.
It is adorable. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
It's called Choodle. Chewing turtle. Choodle. I love it.
I always called
And
them snappers or
it's it has the face that I make whenever Dorothy sends me stupid memes.
yeah, sure, just bash your wife on YouTube.
I bash her every chance I get when it comes to stuff like this. Oh, she is so bad at sending memes. Oh, well, let's not get into that right now. Let's just focus on
Well, somebody's having trouble in paradise.
I gotta go pick her up from work here in a little bit.
Okay, so moving on to something more positive. Let's see what else. Looks like it's worth discussing. This Pokédex mainly consists of Pokemon that already exist. So there was an ice type penguin revealed. It looks like a penguin with a block of ice for a face. And of course mono ice type, and that really, you know what? Y'all probably already know what I'm going to say about that.
This hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. So
This one hurt. Sorry, Crystal. Wasn't trying to cut you off.
okay, you're fine. So I'm just recovering from seeing that. Oh
It,
yeah, sorry.
it's a big ice block on its head, and it melts, and it has this small circular ovular head that has a single hair sticking up. And he looks like he has PTSD. Like he's seen some things.
And a reminder, that is the final evolution.
It is. And being a person whose favorite animal is a penguin, not to mention ice is my third favorite type. It's just this is the one Pokemon to me for this generation that's just like, no, why? There's no point in this. They just ugh.
Yeah, and some differences between Sword and Shield. There's a Bug Fire line in Sword and a Bug Ice line in Shield. Supposedly, I was happy to
Also,
see the
those are
Bug
going to be regional
Ice.
variants.
Wait, what?
I said, oh, so those are going to be regional variants. Oh, wow.
According to the leaks, anyways.
I wasn't
Okay,
aware of this either.
okay. So if you don't know, the Bug Fire is going to be a millipede,
Oh yeah,
which looks amazing.
looks like a tapeworm / centipede.
Right. And the Bug Ice is going to be a moth, which I think looks pretty cool as well.
Well, yeah, it's ice. Of course, it's cool.
Yeah, I like the tape. I like the tapeworm, so it makes me glad I'm getting.
Crystal, we've had to talk about this. Do you want to be put in the corner again?
Like I said, I'm
Maybe,
glad I'm getting sword.
maybe I'll just have a swear jar instead of putting coins in it every time I swear. I just put something in every time I said something like a dad joke.
Yeah, you could pay us via PayPal. Remind me later to give you my email address for that.
So, Roly Poly is really a really cool evolutionary line, in my opinion.
Holy crap! Roly Coly's final evolution is a beast.
Especially
Okay.
Dynamaxed.
Yes, but even not Dynamax. I mean, it's a 3-stage Pokemon, which the final evolution kind of looks like Rhyperior in a way. Just looks like a cooler version of a Rhyperior.
A more deadly version, if you ask me.
It's not what I thought it was going to look like, but I am not complaining about its final evolution or any of the evolutions, to be honest. Ty, have you seen it?
pretty sure I have, but just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go back to that chat where my friend spammed me with all the links, and there it is. And all right here, I'm gonna need you to wait a second. Is this the penguin one you are talking about? No, no, that's not. Okay, that's not it.
Anyway,
Oh,
while we're
that's
doing that, there is a 2-stage elephant line,
oh yeah, yeah.
which the final evolution, I don't know the first evolution, but the final evolution's supposedly named Kaparaja, which I love.
Kind of bites that as just a mono steel type, though.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's still pretty cool though, design wise.
Oh yeah, agreed. And in the leaks, they revealed the Pokemon that was caught in the mouth of the pelican.
Yes, it's a 2-stage Pokemon as well. I don't remember the name though.
Torpedo 1 and Torpedo 2 is how I look at it.
Fair enough.
And of course, you have a Pokemon that's literally an apple that becomes a dragon, so not really worth discussing much, I guess.
And then, yeah, it's an apple. Then it goes to like an apple dragonfly, and then it goes just to like a really, really big Gudra esque apple pie mixture evolution, which is really weird.
Oh yeah, welcomed though.
Yeah. And then the pseudo legendary, which I think it's the pseudo legendary, is a oh, what type was it? I don't remember the name of it, but it's like
Dragon Ghost.
Is it Dragon Ghost?
Yep.
Or it's like this big dragon that has like multiple little dragons on it?
At
Or
the very
whatever.
top, kind of looks similar to Salamance's hover thing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yep.
Which I think looks really cool. I probably won't use it because I think almost everybody else is looking forward to using it, and I'm not that type of person. I like to be a rebel. Let's see what else. There's this little. Say what?
One of the highlights for me, I honestly expected Impidimp to be like a Sableye and not really get an evolution, and I was just going to be content with that. But just to see that little sucker evolve twice, like, I
Oh,
missed this.
it's final evolution. I believe its name is Grimmsnarl. Holy crap, he looks like a behemoth. I'm sorry, the final evolution, like I said, I think his name is Grimmsnarl, but he looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. And I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Oh yeah, we need a Pokemon like this. Also, the first Dark Fairy line.
Right. Which I think is cool in itself. But just the final evolution, even the middle evolution looks pretty cool. It's just that final evolution though. Beastly.
Okay, looking
There's this
over.
it's a purple dinosaur-esque looking thing. I don't know the name of it.
Oh
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
then
poison electric type.
yeah, and it supposedly has 2 different evolutions.
According to this leak, I only see one, but who
same.
knows?
And I see. Okay, I guess that's a number, but it's like number 310 and 311. I guess that's what N stands for, but it doesn't show me a name.
Its name is N and got reincarnated, and that's what it looks like.
But there's also an N12 and an N13, and they have question marks beside them.
That's a lot of N's.
I know, right? That's why I think the N stands for number.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else got. Apparently, there's this hat Pokemon that has like it's like a 2-stage evolution, 2 or 3 stage. I know Crystal Alchemy.
Yeah, it has a pre-ev along with Poltergeist.
Right. Sinistee.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were actually talking about this one. Supposedly, this Pokemon was predicted on Reddit years back, and that this guy got hired by Game Freak, and he's been trying to make it a Pokemon since. Its name was supposed to be Entity, but they changed it to Sinistea.
I bet he's real happy right now, regardless.
Oh yes.
Okay, Ty just sent me a picture, and yes, that is one of them. But Ty, you see how the stomach area is yellow?
Yeah.
The other one is blue, right there.
You don't think it's a shiny form, is it?
I don't know, but because the markings on the inside of the stomach, where the light purple is, it looks different on the blue one.
But you see now what I mean about the name, right?
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's why I
Um,
said, yeah.
there is another Pokemon. I don't know if it's a single, like a 1 or 2 stage, but apparently they have male and female form.
Single stage.
They are single stage.
Yep.
Okay, they just look like humanoid esque clouds.
Oh, I was thinking like a kinky Autono.
Yeah, but just like the way
Get your
outlines.
mind out of the gutter, Crystal.
You're on a roll today, aren't you, Crystal?
Well, I ate a lot of rolls from Texas Roadhouse, so I am what I eat.
Oh boy, these jokes, sister.
Shout out to
We're not
Texas Roadhouse.
responsible for this. And none of us are drunk, or at least I don't think we are.
I don't drink.
And I'm
I
off medication, so there you have it.
Yeah, so no, we're not doing drugs. So yeah, that's
Okay, so I guess should we talk about the fossils or the legendary typings?
I don't remember mentioning the squirrel. Did we mention the squirrel?
Oh no, I didn't. But you all can if you want.
And then there's
Uh,
the lake bug and the barracuda.
yeah, the Barracuda. That's the Pokemon where you find in Cramorant's mouth. Also, Yamper is supposedly having an evolution,
Okay.
which I'm just going to throw that out there. It kind of looks like a bigger version of Bolt, like the dog movie Bolt.
Let's
Unless
see.
I'm
I'm going
but
through this.
but anyway, while you're doing that, Ty, whatever you're doing, we can talk about the fossils.
Okay.
This is
Sorry about that.
fossils. There are four Pokemon from the fossils. But the reason there are four is you can take they're broken like in half, and you could take the top of one and the bottom of the other and mix them in any way that you want. And whenever you put them like that together, it makes a new fossil Pokemon. Uh, um, interesting.
I guess that's why some of these look the same, because like there's like two heads and two bodies. But like well, like the bodies look different depending on which one you attach it to.
Right.
But now that I'm looking through the images, that does make a lot more sense.
But yes, that's why they are like that.
And there's one called Dracozolt. There's one called Arctozolt. Then you have Dracovic and Artokovich.
Right. I don't know which one I want to get whenever I do play. I don't know. I'm just gonna.
When
We'll
I
cross
think
that
of
bridge together.
Vitch, when I think of Vitch, I think of fish because that's what it looks like to me is a part fish. So that's definitely a bottom half, and then you have the Draco and the Arcto. So that's a dragon or an Arctic head or something, and then like the Zolts, I guess. Well,
Light,
actually,
electric. You would
yeah.
think.
Okay, yeah. Zolt is the electric. So okay, so if it's Zolt, it's gonna look like this cute little yellow dragon thingy that I'm looking here. If it's got Arcto in it, it's gonna look like it's covered in frost. And if it's got shoot, what is this one? Yeah, I guess if it's Draco, it's gonna look kind of greenish. White. I don't know. I do know I like the Zolt, the Volt thing, but well, yeah, Zolt better because I would definitely mix it with Zolt, whatever I do. But I don't know if I like the dragony form where it looks like small dragon on a big dragon body, or if I like the
I think
drag
once
covered
we
in.
get pictures, like different pictures of them, I think.
Well, like maybe when we get to like stats and move sets, we'll be more decisive.
Right. But we are kind of running low on time a little bit. So do
Yeah.
you want to go ahead and move to the legendary typings, Crystal?
Sure, just to say I don't really have too much of an opinion of the fossil Pokemon. Glad for the new type combinations that came out of it, and for first fossil Pokemon that aren't part rock type. But yeah, we can talk about the legendary typings. So, this sword exclusive legendary,
Zacian.
it is a mono fairy type until it puts on its armor, in which it becomes fairy steel. And then for the shield legendary,
Zamazenta.
it is mono fighting type until it puts on its shield to become fighting steel.
Okay, I still like Zacian.
Yep, same.
Okay, I'm over here with Zamazenta. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting sword.
Just
I'm
another
sorry.
Lucario.
I'm sorry, but Zacian was too much of a missed opportunity.
Design wise, yeah, I do agree, but
But
do
why
we?
the fairy type? It makes no sense.
It
Oh, to me, I
really
thought it
does.
made perfect sense.
Like it doesn't, but it does, and I don't know, but I'm cool with it. It's kind of like Xerneas. I wasn't expecting it to have a new typing as well, but it got one, and
Oh,
I just kind of
Xerneas
went.
does look
It's
like
like,
a fairy type.
but it's like Xerneas is like a blue deer. It's like, but it's
But it has
adorable.
but look at the rainbow antlers.
I know, and it makes it adorable. So like, yeah, I don't know. I just go, I go with what's cute.
All right.
So, do we have any closing remarks?
Is there anything that you're forgetting, Crystal?
I don't know, is there?
Yes. One more legendary.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's worth discussing, I guess. I'm
Hey,
all
you might not
excited.
like it, but I think it looks flipping cool.
I think it does too.
I just look at it and I'm just like, okay, you're a more advanced Naganeedle. But yeah, you all can obsess over it if you'd like.
Well, the final Pokemon we're talking about is Eternatus, and holy crap, this thing is massive.
I
This
was hoping
thing,
we mentioned this one.
well, I mean, it's another legendary. I think it's only right to put it last.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where to begin with this thing. It looks like Giratina and Naganadel just went in an unholy love child.
I would have thought Giratina and Darkrai because this thing's almost pitch black.
Okay, and then Naganadel joined in at the end. How about that?
Okay, whatever.
Hey, it works.
Yeah,
But-
I still don't recognize that name, but I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing it's an Ultra Beast.
Yes, it's Poipol's evolution.
Okay, yeah, because see, I keep forgetting their names. I haven't really mastered the Ultra Beast.
Gotcha. But this thing looks freaking amazing. Not at all what I was expecting when thinking of the name. Whenever I got the name Eternatus, that wasn't what popped into my head. But I am really cool with the way it turned out. Apparently, it has another form that was leaked. I don't know if that's a Gigantamax or a
Well, that'd be my guess.
an evolution or whatever, but either way, both of them look pretty cool to me. And I'm excited about it. And I believe it's Dragon Ghost, I want to say.
Poison.
Dragon Poison?
Unless the leak I saw was wrong.
Well, it was something like that.
Well, if it's Dragon Poison, I think that's a really unique combination. I can't remember the last time I've heard of such of a typing combination. That,
Dragalge?
yeah, that's extremely unique. So,
Dragalge?
oh yeah, well, but
But
still,
then again, who remembers Dragalge? Except for us because we named it. But that's beside the
but
point.
it's not a legendary.
But
I meant more so for a legendary. That's a rare typing, and Dragalge, like I don't really think that he had a good defensive stat in my opinion because he seemed to die pretty easily, or at least when I was against them, I would always take them down fairly easily. But that's not to say they're not quality, but it's not a legendary typing until now.
Not to sound too technical or whatever, but wouldn't Naganadel be equivalent to a legendary Pokemon being an overpowerful Ultra Beast? I think perhaps the most used, if not the second most used one.
yeah, I would count that.
Well, I've always thought of the Ultra Beasts as legendaries before I found out what they really were. But, yeah, I suppose.
All right, well, that covers pretty much everything. Ty, Crystal, do either of you two have any final statements?
Nope.
I think I got everything said that I wanted to say for now.
All right, so Crystal.
Well, I guess since that's everything, thank you all for tuning into the Paddle Dance podcast.
All two of you.
Please like, dislike, share, report, subscribe, comment.
Report if we managed to offend you with our opinionated, our opinions of Charizard. So.
Oh no, they're not opinions, they're facts. Okay,
well,
so
there are opinions.
our opinions are factual, but that aside, yeah, you all have a great night, day, or whatever. Peace.
Later.
Sayonara.